Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and there it is. There is the 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz. It's based on the Hyundai Tucson platform. It's a compact crossover pickup truck. So in this video, let's go ahead and talk about this Hyundai Santa Cruz. We'll talk about what it is, who's it for, we'll talk about pricing, estimates, mile per gallon estimates, tell you about engines, tell you about the lockable bed. That's a big feature for them, lockable bed with in-bed storage. This is how they're kind of positioning this compact crossover with a bed. Yes, it's a Hyundai Tucson variant, and so that's what's going to be. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and start at all that right now. Okay, kind of let this footage roll for a little bit. This is the Hyundai Santa Cruz. It's based on the Tucson. It's a small compact SUV, right? And this is a unibody construction. You have front-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is available. You have two different drive modes. You have a sport drive mode and a smart drive mode, fuel economy, or a little more aggressive as far as transmission shift points and how the throttle response is. This is going to be smaller in size than the Tacoma, the Ridgeline, and the Frontier, and it's quite a bit smaller than those options, or those other vehicles. So the Ridgeline is 210 inches long. This is 195 inches long, so almost a foot shorter than the Ridgeline. It's a little bit 3 inches slimmer than the Ridgeline as well as in width and height. This is 4 inches shorter than any other those mid-sized trucks out there. Hyundai is calling this a segment of its own. It's a sport activity vehicle is what they're calling this. This is something that for an urban or city dweller who needs more versatility than just having SUV, wants to put stuff outside the bed, like say a surfboard or bikes or something, and gets tired of shoving them in the back of their SUV. This is what that customer wants. It's right here. Let's go ahead and show some off-road footage here, because that's always a little more fun to show. So here we go. Here's a little bit of really, really mild off-roading. This is kind of not something that you're going to take to Moab, but it's something that you could take to the beach, something you could drive, a little bit of dirt roads with, something that could handle a little bit of off-road. I don't see a whole lot of ground clearance, so you're not going to get too much off-road with this. These are optional 20-inch wheels. There is also optional 18-inch wheels as well for this truck. Yes, SUV truck. Sport activity vehicle. Let's go with that. That'd be the better way to say it. Okay, engines are going to be two options. You'll have a standard 2.5-liter direct injection inline four-cylinder engine rated at estimated 190 horsepower, 180 foot-pounds of torque, or you're going to have a 2.5-liter direct injection turbocharged engine with 275 horsepower and 310 foot-pounds of torque. Those are both estimated right now. It's not certified. They'll be mated to an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Will not be a manual option on this. All right, my guess on fuel economy is going to be somewhere short of 30 miles per gallon highway, about mid-20 city. So that's based on the Hyundai Tucson. That gets 23 city, 28 highway. Towing capacity will be 3,500 pounds in the standard four-cylinder, and the turbocharged will be 5,000 pounds, which is a pretty good amount of towing for this size of vehicle. Inside the cabin is just, a pretty stock Hyundai interior. You have those digital gauges, which will show the blind spot monitoring in there. That is an available safety feature as well. And you have the center stack. Now there's just available wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can get up to a 10-inch screen. That is an 8-inch screen is standard, as what I was looking at. And lots of options. This has got one of the best warranties in the business. It is 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, 5-year, 60,000-mile new vehicle limited warranty, and 7-year anti-perforation rust warranty. 3 years of complimentary maintenance for oil changes and tire rotations. You do have the option to use the Blue Link connected car system, which is an app that allows you to check in on remote start, climate control, remote door lock, stolen vehicle recovery, all kind of stuff that apps do these days. So you have those choices as well. The big news is going to be in the rear with the bed, which I'll get to in just a second. Okay, the big news is in the bed here. When you look at the bed, this has got the easy enter steps like you found in the Chevy Colorado, GMC Canyon, Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra. It's got that in-bed step. And there's a lockable tonneau cover we'll see here in a second as it kind of comes around and shows the backside. You can see the Santa Cruz is stamped into the tailgate. Always kind of a cool look when they do that. I'm not sure what color this is, but I'm not sure what colors are optioned available either on this Santa Cruz. Let's go ahead and get around the side a little bit and then look inside this bed. Okay, here we go. Here's the bed storage. You can see that strap. You can pull that tonneau cover closed. You can lock it, which is nice, lockable storage. Seems like it's pretty easy to operate. Now this does have the same in-bed storage like the Honda Ridgeline has as well. And the idea here is that you're giving that customer, you know, the lockable versatility of having an SUV, throw some stuff in there, get it dirty, you know, go ahead and hose it out the bed without having to get their SUV dirty on the inside. And speaking of bed storage, again, I think this bed is 4.25 inches or so based on my math. And so you can see, can't even fit a mountain bike. It's going to sit sideways, and that little pack control stops the paint from getting scratched in the back of the bed. But yeah, so that's how small that bed is. It's definitely not a usable bed for much home improvement stuff. It's really just an activity kind of bed. Throw the stuff you don't want to have in your SUV in there. You can even see that's a wakeboard, and I don't think the wakeboard even sits in the full direction. That's just, like I said, a very small bed. Which again, pros and cons. It's not like it's that big of a deal. It's just that's the size. And then you can get around to, there's the in-bed storage, similar to what the Honda Ridgeline has. So you have storage there as well, lockable storage, lockable tonneau cover storage, and that looks like a big backpack in there. So, you know, a couple of backpacks, some storage if you're out there camping or you want to go out day at the beach. This is kind of the vehicle for you. So, looking at pricing, my estimate's going to be mid-20s to early 30s. Since the Hyundai Tucson starts at $23,700, I'd imagine this is going to be right in that $25,000 range. It's going to be available later on this summer. You'll be able to order pricing right now. There's a spot on the website for that. Oh, it's got a plug-in for the bed too. So that's about what you're looking at. This will be, in my view, a pretty low volume seller, maybe 3,000 to 5,000 units per quarter. So every 3 months will be 3,000 to 5,000 units. But really what they're doing is they're taking what the Hyundai Tucson has, they're making that have a bed on it, and they're expanding the options for consumers. It's always a good thing. They plan on adding about 1,200 jobs in Alabama. Oh, there we go. Montgomery, Alabama. Yep, they're going to build it in Montgomery, Alabama, and it's going to add about 1,200 jobs. So that's what's going on with the new 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz. I think it's a perfect vehicle for those consumers who need those type of features, who want, you know, more versatility than an SUV has. There is no better vehicle in the automotive market than a truck as far as utility. You can, you know, in this case, you could haul your home improvement stuff. You could haul, you know, get the bed dirty, doesn't matter. You just take and wash it off. In this case, we have lockable storage as well. So I think it's a pretty good option for those consumers who don't want the big full-size truck, but need just an in-between truck for around-the-house stuff or for out doing some adventure stuff, as a sport activity vehicle is. So, or sport adventure vehicle. Adventure vehicle. I got to get the right terminology. So that's what's going on with that Hyundai Santa Cruz. Make sure you check a video out over here. Website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.